it's Manly Parks. Welcome to another episode of the Brandywine Angler. It's March 24th, 2019. A beautiful, beautiful Sunday afternoon. We've got the top part of the outgoing tide, and we're going to see if we can catch some white perch, which should be spawning, and see if there's anything left to the yellow perch spawning run. Okay, we're starting where we left off with our last setup. We've got 2-inch Bustin' Baits orange stingers on a double jig drop shot rig. Okay, as you can see, we've got good outgoing tide. Tide's still pretty high, so I think we're gonna have a good stretch of fishing on the outgoing tide. And I've caught them really well on the outgoing tide in prior years. Wow, that was a fish right away, right away. First cast, feels pretty good. Fighting pretty good. Let's see what we got here. Really a good hit right off the bat. And really nice looking white perch. Immediate big row white perch on the first cast. That's, well, hopefully not a first cast jinx. You can see on the top bait, nice looking white perch. Let's put her on the board and see what she measures out. 9 3/4 on the board, almost 10. Really a beautiful fish. Whoa, back she goes. If it's going to be action like that, that's going to be amazing. Let's see what else we got here. Wait till that drop shot gets on the bottom. There it is. No, that's a fish. That's a fish. They're definitely here, at least right now. Also feels like a pretty good fish. Yeah, not as good as the other one, but fighting hard. On the bottom drop shot. On the bottom hook of the drop shot rig, smaller white perch. Probably more like, I'd say 8. Let's see, 8.5. Not a bad, not a terrible white perch. Oop. My releasing is not too good today. These fish are vigorous. They're really wiggly today. All right, 2 casts, 2 fish. That's pretty great. Could be that kind of a day. When you hit them right, it is amazing. Oh, there was a hit. Missed him. Missed him. There's a fish. Ah! There's a fish. Missed that hit too. Come on. 3 hits in 1 cast and no fish yet. That's not good. Well, it's actually great. There it is. Ooh, 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 ooh. Taking some drag. What is this? This fish is fighting hard. Oh, I know why. That explains it. A doubler, including a real stud on the bottom hook. Wow. How about that? That's pretty great. Oh, my goodness. That's a beautiful fish. Probably 9 almost. And the bottom fish is a really good looking fish. Look at the size of that perch. That is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I mean, that's not a 2-pounder or anything, but that is a really beautiful fish. Really beautiful fish. Put her on the board. Again, a heavy row fish. That fish is 10 3/4, arguably almost 11-inch white perch. Beautiful fish. All right, my dear, back you go. All right, wow, this has got the makings of epicness. Let's get back out there. Well, I guess in the end it was a good thing that I missed all those fish, because I got the lure in and got a nice doubler with that beautiful 11-inch fish, or almost 11. There's a fish. That fish is on. Littler one. It's fighting pretty good though. Wow. On the top. That's not a littler fish. I mean, yeah, it's littler than the 11-incher, but my goodness. That's probably 9.5. Oh, that's a buck too. You can see the milt. It's the white stuff. All right, on the board. Okay, fella, lie out. Oh yeah, more than 9.5. That's 10-inch buck. Boom. All right, back you go, mister. There's a fish, missed him. Just tapped it. He didn't really hit it all that hard. Some of these fish are hitting hard. That fish just bumped it. There's another bump. There may be so many fish in here that that's just fish bumping against the lure, or I don't know, or a light hit. But another fish, another cast, smaller fish this time. There he is, milt, going all over me. Hopefully not on the camera. I guess not. But wow, could be a lose count kind of day. I guess that's my, there's a fish, missed him. 4th cast and 5th fish, I believe. There's a fish. Oh my goodness. All right, this is very interesting. There are a lot of fish on the top lure, and last week when I fished, I didn't get a single white perch on the top lure. Little guy, back he goes. So that's interesting that some of these fish are hitting the top lure, although I did get that big one on the bottom lure. These fish are in here. I've noticed whereas we catch a fair number of yellow perch pretty close to the bank, it seems like we catch the white perch more out in the middle. There's a fish. Littler one, I think. Yeah. On the top jig though. It's really interesting. They're really really hitting that top jig. At least the littler fish are. And I've explained it in other videos, but it's a simple presentation. You just cast it out, let it hit the bottom. There was a hit while I was letting it sink. Wait till it gets to the bottom, and then you just kind of slowly work it in. Feel for any taps or bumps. Make sure that you stay on the bottom with the drop shot. Sometimes you can, there's a fish. Sometimes you can just leave it in one spot. That's a better fish. It's fighting hard. Or maybe it's a double. No, it's just a bigger fish. Oh, a big one. Again, bigger fish on the bottom hook. Interesting. Nice looking fish. Nice looking fish. Not as big as a couple of those ones we've had, but probably 10. Let's see. Yep. Goes 10. All right, ma'am. There you go. And back you go. Beautiful. The fishing gods are smiling today. There's a fish. Oh, what is this? Is that snagged or a stick? Doesn't feel like it's fighting, but what on earth is going on here? Oh, here we go. We have a doubler with one fish snagged in the belly and the other fish hooked in the mouth. All right, buddy. All right, there we go. Back. It's 2 doublers. And that fish is hooked kind of strangely. There we go. All right, that's a roe fish. The other thing's kind of interesting is the jig head with the stinger tail has a different action on it than the Aberdeen hook with the stinger tail. It's a lot more sudden. When you twitch the rod tip, the jig head jerks around a lot more. And some days it seems like the fish like that jerky presentation. It maybe triggers strikes, I don't know. And then other days it seems like the fish want a little bit more of a smoother, steadier look. Oof, that's got some weight to it. And they seem to want the Aberdeen hook. Oh, that's bigger fish on the bottom hook once again. Good gracious, that's a good looking perch. Again, not a monster, but a really nice fish. Really nice fish. I mean, definite keeper if I were keeping, which I'm not, as folks know. All right, hold on, let's get you on the board here. As folks know, I tend to, yeah, that's 10. Tend to strongly favor releasing these fish on their spawning run. There are other times of the year you can catch them and keep them. And even though it's illegal to keep them, I just think let them spawn, let them create some new fish for us. We'll catch them in the summer or the fall. Keep them then. Boy, these fish are really, really in here. At least right now. You gotta enjoy it while it's happening, because, you know, something could happen and these fish could shut off so fast. Ah, wow, good hit there. Ah, yes. All right, on the upper jig. This guy's kind of messed up my rig here a little bit, but that's all right. We'll get it sorted out. Interesting little pattern on his scales there. Like he's had an injury when he was little and the scales developed in a funny way. All right, back you go. There's a fish. Feels pretty good. Got some weight to it. Could be a doubler, or it could just be a nice single fish. We'll see. The water's stained, that's why I'm going with this orange. And the fish seem to be hitting it. All right. Another really good fish. Just hooked right in the corner of the mouth. Probably 9 something. Put it on the board to take a quick look. These bigger fish, it's always fun to see how big they are. That one's 9.5. Pretty fish.
Something about you that I like, but right here in the rain, and no, it just don't seem right. I always go out, I never hide, but in Cleveland, I still stay inside. Good morning, honey, you're like an old friend, come and see me again. Good morning, honey, you're like an old friend, come and see me again. Testify my love for you, and I know it runs deep through your body too. From cold black tap to the hot concrete. The old tin band, it ain't so sweet. Good morning, honey, you're like an old friend, come and see me again. Good morning, honey, you're like an old friend, come and see me again.
Well, that was an amazing, amazing day of white perch fishing. Fish on every cast for an entire outgoing tide. About 4 hours, clearly hundreds of fish, including some really, really nice ones. So much fun. You know, the white perch run is clearly in full swing. If you're anywhere in the area and you're inclined to go out and give it a try, give it a try. It's a ton of fun. I encourage you catch and release, but get out there, catch some fish, enjoy a beautiful afternoon. As always, it's Manly Parks, the Brandywine Angler. Thanks for watching. We will catch you next time.